Alright, starting this video, it's gonna be the first video that I post to my channel, or my new one. And then I came up with this idea that I was going to write 21 things that I would tell my 11-year-old self. So, Merry Christmas, because it's Christmas Day. And yeah, 21 things that I would tell my 11-year-old self. So if you're 11, or even if you're any age, it doesn't really matter, but if you're young and you were 11 years old, then these are things that I would have told myself if I was your age. And if you do follow these things or actually get anything good out of them, then you will know that it helped. So I don't think I'm gonna edit or cut any of it. I'm just gonna read them off the list. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. So the first thing, the number one thing I would say is try things out for yourself. Observe and test with what's actually in front of you. Don't always just listen to what everyone has to say, because everything is an experiment and an observation, and everyone's going to have a different perspective on things. So if you really want to know what something is, you're going to have to go out and do it for yourself. Number 2 is to learn as much as you can while you're still young. I really can't stress that one enough, because when you're young, it's easier to obtain and keep information. So I'd stay away from certain things and habits and drugs that are going to stunt that, and just to keep learning as much as you can while you're young. Number 3 is to stay healthy and to keep eating good foods. It'll pay off. Another thing that's good while you're young. Number 4 is to spend time with your friends and the people that you love. Doesn't last forever, so you better make sure that you do that. Number 5 is to avoid bad habits while you're young as well. It's something that if you avoid them, you won't have to struggle with it when you're older. Number 6 is to make friends and keep those connections. If you make some friends and keep those connections, you'll have people when you're older to not only that you know and that you've had around for a long time, but that you'll be able to do things with. Number 7 is to go outside more and to plan on traveling the globe when you get a little older. You can probably do this if you're successful, like around, the time you're out of high school or in college, maybe even before, if you actually have the means and the things to travel. And number 8 is to remember that everything's change and it's constant and inevitable, which leads into number 9, which is to focus on the things that you actually can control and the things you can eliminate in your life, not to think about the things that you can't control and the things you can just bring into your life. Number 10 is to never compare yourself to everyone, because everyone is different, and you might think that someone's pros are, makes them better, but those people also have flaws. And with having certain pros will have heavier flaws and vice versa. So it's not really fair to compare to people, especially when we all go through the same things. Number 11 is to read books and listen to different perspectives from different people all over the world. Number 12 is to be open and to try new foods, learn new languages, embrace yourself in different cultures. Don't let people tell you that you can't or that they're subject to certain people. You should always try everyone's thing. Number 13 is to embrace what makes you unique instead of not liking it. Number 14, try to find everything that you don't know Number 15 is that time is your most valuable asset. You can't get it back as soon as it passes, so you probably don't want to waste it either. Number 16 is to forgive and keep people in your life, because you might be mad about something in the moment, but you have to remember, like, in how many years down the line is that going to matter? And if there's someone that actually resonates with you and actually is someone that you actually have a connection with, regardless of who it is, if that's family or friends or relationship, you don't want to push them away to a point where you can't talk to them or be with them anymore. So make sure that you keep them in your life. Number 17 is that someday, it's a hard truth, especially if you're young and you're watching this, but someday we all will pass away and we all die. And you have to remember that everyone does, and maybe in different ways, but it's all the same. So you're not alone. If you lose people, or if you're going through time, or if you're maybe alone or homeless in your life, you are really not alone. People are going through the same stuff that you're going through. Number 18 is to call the people in your life as much as you can, which branches off number 17. Number 19, learn about trust, because trust is money. When you study history and art and finance, you'll realize that trust is money. That's what makes it valuable, is the fact that we trade it and we trust, and it's an asset. Number 20 is not to worry too much about anything and to enjoy every single moment that you have, even if it's bad. It's just going to make things a lot better. And the last thing I would tell myself, which is number 21, is that if you're struggling to find a purpose in this life, maybe you're 11 years old right now, maybe you're 16, maybe you're 25, maybe you're 30. If you're trying to find a purpose in this life, I would say and think that your purpose in this life is actually love, and that that's the only thing in the end that's going to really, matter at the end of the day, is doing what you love, being with people that you love, working a job that you love, learning the things you love. That's your purpose in life, is love. A lot of people are like, I don't know what my purpose is. It's like, you're born with it, so you want to make sure that you leave with it as well. And those are the 21 things that I would tell my 11-year-old self. It's just to keep on with love, pretty much, is the most important thing. And yeah, those are the 21 things that I would tell myself if I could go back and tell my 11-year-old self 21 important things in my life, because I'm age 21, so that's why I made this video. And yeah, I hope that something out of it gets taken, can be useful to you, or help out on your journey. So keep going. In 10 years from now, you will be 21, and a lot of these principles will probably still apply. So you're just going to have to find out how, for your life and what you want to do, how it's going to be the best route.